How's everybody doing out there? This is Craig from Stumpy Grump Scale Speed Shop, and I'm coming at you with another kit unboxing. This one is going to be the MPC 1979 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. This is a 3-in-1 kit. Build it as stock, street machine, or racing. The side of the box shows some of the features and some of the kits available. This is a few years ago, so nothing really current. All right, let's get going. Start with the instruction sheet, kind of a basic instruction sheet. Your wheels and tires, it goes to your engine. Finishing up the engine, the radiator pieces, rear suspension and all that, rear assembly, front suspension and assembly. Then you go on to the street machine and racing version here. Your stock or street machine and interior. Here's the roll cage, paint call out. Some more racing versions. Onto the body, doing the back end, then the front end, and getting it all together. And then all your spoilers and stuff. And the decal placement. So really not too bad for a decal sheet, or instruction sheet I should say. Do get a metal axle in this one for the rear. We'll start with the body, some of the body pieces here. Here are some of your air dams and spoilers and stuff, flares. Here's your front end piece. Here's your back bumper and the spoiler. A little bit of extra plastic, some flash on this to clean up, especially on these. There's your radiator shroud, A-arms, radiator and support, the firewall. A little bit of detail on there, but kind of shallow, not as distinguished. Might be able to work with it pretty good. And we'll move on to, you have some engine parts. The engine halves, water pump, intake manifold heads, the shaker scoop assembly. Here's the hood with the hole already cut out for the shaker. Once again, a little bit of flash on here. There's gonna be some flash in this one, so a lot of cleanup. Expect some cleanup on it. Your molded in underhood details here. You have some injector pin marks here, some holes in here. And we'll go to some wheel backs. These are for the metal axle, these are for pins for the front. Seats, once again, a lot of extra plastic hanging on here to clean up. Steering wheel. Nice steering wheel. See, I've done this kit already, and I drilled out some holes instead of just filling those in. Looked a little better, I think, with the holes drilled out. And once again, a bunch of extra flash, extra plastic. You have the rear end assembly, the leaf springs, your axle, your rear end, and the exhaust all together here, molded together. Battery. Some people cut these off, and some people just leave them on and detail paint them as it is. Not sure what I'll do yet. Have the exhaust manifolds and a couple of radiator hoses, upper and lower. Another racing part. The side mirrors. Once again, lots of flash on here. These are more just the racing parts. Your exhaust, a window net, if you're interested in doing it that way. You can use the exhaust on other things too, looks like. Use a nice side exhaust for hot rod or custom. And a roll cage. This goes to cover the chassis. If you're not going to use interior tub if you go the racing mode, so that's going to cover up the transmission part. This covers up where your back seat is. Won't be using those though. And we have a dashboard. The dashboard's actually not too bad looking. Radio controls, heater controls, your gauges, glove box is outlined good. Just have to sand or grind that down a little bit. Your vents. I actually have a set of gauge decals that I bought from Best Model Parts on eBay, so I'll be using those rather than trying to pick out the details with paint or whatnot. And we have a tail light housing with your fuel filler door. Just paint inside that, get some pen line accent or something inside there to make that more realistic. Draw that out. That's what I did with the other one, the first one I built. Here's some of the sketchy part of the kit. You have your glass, though the rear glass fits okay, I think, if I remember correctly, but the front glass, this is really, really thick glass. And this doesn't fit right, and it interferes with the interior assembly when you're putting everything together with your dashboard and everything. It's just a little bit too thick. So what I ended up using is just a piece of plastic. You can use it from a 2-liter bottle or something, or any kind of a blister pack like a Hot Wheel package or something. Those might be a little small, but anything that has that clear plastic, just cut a piece of it out, and you can heat it, bend it a little bit to form it, and you know, that goes in. That makes a better glass, better fitting glass than the kit does. Or if you really want to grind it down, you might be able to. I just used a clear package on the first one I did. And with the interior tub, it's got some details molded in, but they're kind of not really distinguished. I mean, you can feel them, but it's hard to really detail this interior all that well. Rear seats are molded in at the armrest there. A lot of ejector pin holes there and indentations. I'll be grinding those down, and I'll be using embossing powder for carpet in this one. I didn't have any for the first one I did, so I just painted it. Here's your pedals. CB radio looks like in the console, and your automatic console gear indicator. Now to the chassis. This is where those pieces fit in if you're doing the racing part of it. You have some wiring molded in here. Some thinner one here. I might try to detail that out, pick that out. We'll see. Chassis. The bottom of it, you already have your front suspension mostly in. Your fuel tank. Not too bad a detail on this. You could probably do a pretty good job of dry brushing some weathering on here. Your fuel lines and brake lines. Might be able to lightly pick those out. This is actually a pretty straight chassis, so I lucked out in this kit. The other one kind of had them warped a little bit, but these are pretty straight. We'll go to the chrome pieces now. You have your Trans Am exhaust, the iconic Trans Am exhaust, your turn signal and the radiator vents, side pipes if you want to do it custom gauge package. Again, it comes with this also these, they call them spider type wheels. I already took one off and used it for something else. I cut them off and used them for deep dish rims. Then you can see the anniversary wheels. I really wish this one would have came with either the honeycomb or, not the honeycomb, but the snowflake. The snowflake wheels, or even the Pontiac Rally 2s as an option. But all you get are these. I really don't like them. Here you have your fan and your accessories and belts. All this is in chrome. The distributor, all this stuff. Carburetor, oil pan. All this stuff is going to go into the LA's Totally Awesome to get stripped, and I'll get it painted. The actual colors that they're painted on the real car. Headlights. Then we go to the body. I lucked out again with this kit. Has a straight body. My first one did not. A little bit of flash. Right here you have a couple of pieces. There's some mold lines that have to be sanded down. This will have to be removed. This part here kind of holds everything together without it smushing. You have distinguished T-top outline here. What I did was I sanded it down on the first one I did, the blue one. I sanded all this down. I'll probably do it on this one too. I don't think the car I'm trying to impersonate has T-tops on it. There's your panel lines. The panel lines aren't too bad on this one. I'll still have to deepen them obviously, but not too bad. Here's your side vents. Good looking body. Firebird body is a nice looking body, the Firebird and Camaros. Now to the decals. When I did the blue one, I originally messed up the blue bird decal, so I had to take this one off. Good thing I had two of them. You get the red kit, the red decal option, and you have the gold and brown. I'll be using this one on mine. On this one, I am going to be doing it in Tamiya TS18 metallic red, and I'm going to spray it over a Tester's Extreme Lacquer Blazing Black, which is kind of a metallic black. It's going to give it a real deep red. I'll show you the car I'm trying to model this after. Quite a few license plate options with your different color birds. California plate, Michigan plate, Florida plate. You have your Trans Am markings, which Revell did not include in their Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am. It's a different script. Otherwise, I'd have used these for it. It'd probably still look better than the ones I use, which are oversized. But your TA 6.6 for your shaker scoop. The Trans Am for your across your rear spoiler. These are nice decals, though. They went down real good for the first one. It says user error on me for the bird there. So onto the wheels that I actually have for this one. I bought two sets of these snowflake wheels. You just get the wheels, you don't get the tires. The tires are from the Revell 1970 Boss 429 Mustang 3-in-1 kit, the Motor City Muscle kit. I found out that those wheels fit pretty good with these tires fit pretty good with these wheels. These I got off of eBay. Like I said, I bought two sets from Forward Rosin. I believe they're 19 or 20 inch, how he describes them, the snowflakes. Really, really, really nice wheel. Just got a little bit there to have to poke through, but like I said, I used them on my blue one. I'll show you what they look like. I'll be painting these gold. But that's what I'll be using. That's what I used on the blue one. That's what I'll be using on this one. They fit right in. You just get the wheels. You don't get the tires from Forward Rosin. Some places give you tires too. But I can't complain. For the price, they were a really good price. And it's a really nice wheel. So check them out on eBay if you're interested. Those are the front ones. Here's the rear. See the size difference. Like I said, really nice wheels. Really like them. So that's that. I don't know if I'll be building it anytime soon, but by the end of August here or early September, I will have it all cleaned up, primed, and at least the body painted, because I'm using spray paint, so I got to get that done by the time it gets cold here. So anytime here at the end of August or early September, I'll probably get that done. So that's it on the MPC 1979 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. This is Stumpy Grump signing off, saying thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.